So we took today then she gave us a feedback. So we took the feedback and went to present to an archaeological judge, Ms. Mufle, who came into her. And Ms. Mufle told us that our information was scattered all over the place, so we had to collect it into one thing. And then another thing that enlightened us is a trip to the Congo caves, because the study of the fragile stones, like stalagmites and stalactites, helped to enlighten us and answer a lot of our research questions that we had.
One information we got it from social media. The innovation that we as quantum gears are bringing is to the innovation that we as the quantum gears are bringing safety to excavation, because these artifacts hold the history that we are. So to wrap up all that was said, it is our honor to contemplate out of the box and bringing change with the tools and putting them in safer hands. The research had positive outcomes that is empowering our minds. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, the nerves, no? The nerves. A little bit of nerves there. You had the cue cards. Did you write the whole sentence on the cue card? No, just words. Because what I think we spoke about already is that if you memorize too much without understanding or comprehending, then when you lose one word, you lose everything. So you should rather focus on writing a sentence that you're comfortable with. Don't have the sentence, like that word contemplate, I asked you about that word last time and you didn't know what it meant. And you're using it again. There are easier words that you can use, that you will use with so much more confidence, and it will resonate within the hearts of the audience as well, right? So we would just have to look at that again. Then your body language, you know that body language says, I'm not sure, I don't know. No, leave me alone, I don't want to be here on the stage. That's not how you make friends and influence people in the audience, right? So please get that out of the way. I've got the same thought in my head that I had when I saw you on the 8th. Too many words. That's what I think. You can still, you've done a lot, I'm sure you've done a lot, I can hear it, it's flowing better, everything. But to me, still too many words without me getting it immediately here about what you say, right? And then, yeah, that's about the biggest thing. I don't want you to memorize, and then I'm not too sure of the two, but I'm sure my colleagues who have more knowledge of these things will be able to tell me. A little bit soft, some of you, soft, but you've got a very deep voice, and the deeper the voice, the louder you must be for it to be heard. So I didn't hear you very clearly. Although it's a very nice voice, you must project, okay? So that can still be practiced. Everything that wasn't here can still be practiced some more so that you are more confident. But if I compare you to last time, when you came here, I think you need a big round of applause.
Okay. Anyway, Esther, we don't have to stress too much about their prototype because we do have an archaeologist here to I like his voice. I don't know.
Which one?
His voice.
Who did it?
Yeah, it's just that he couldn't get the information out. Yeah, but I like his voice. He was going to be the killer part of the whole presentation. But hopefully You will not try to memorize it, you will understand it, so that if you do not find the word that was so expensive that you wanted to use to try and impress the judges, you can still find a similar word so that you can get on with your presentation. But all in all, guys, one thing I would give you as an advice, slow down. There's few individuals that work very fast, and I think it is because of they have took like a lot to say and they wanna say everything, you understand? Yeah, so that's all, but I like the fact that you guys stood your ground, you were here. And another thing, when one of your members is actually losing it, if I may use that word, the body language with you guys, I like that body language because she was trying to breathe in, and when I was looking at you, looking at the back, you understand? So that speaks volumes as well. So you need to remain calm, believe that he will go through that, you understand? Or try to probably help him, one of you understand? But don't always help all the individuals. You can do an exchange. If you help her, she helps him, you understand? So it doesn't look like it's one person's thing. But keep that body language neutral, do not change just because of the circumstance that is happening. But all in all, I believe if you guys can slow down and stop memorizing and have conversations, you need to have this as a conversation, and understand you will make more sense.
So I'm glad you took that point and you made your cue cards. I agree, you were all very calm when you lost your words. Don't panic. No one's gonna scold you or get you, like you're not gonna get into trouble for forgetting your words. The judges do understand how nerve-wracking it is for you guys to stand in front of them and present. So don't beat yourself up. Even visibly, I think at some point you punched yourself in the face. You don't have to do that. Just try and breathe through that. Don't show the judges that you are nervous, and don't channel the nervous energy that way. You're too hard on yourself, I think, for getting your word. I think Estelle gave you a good tip. Maybe write your sentence if you know it has the expensive word that you struggle with. Put that sentence in full rather than to just memorizing it. And it's as you said, the minute you understand something, it doesn't matter if you lose a word or two here and there, you're still going to get your message across. So don't worry if, what was the word, contemplate. If contemplate doesn't want to cooperate with you, it's fine. If you can find an easier word in place of contemplate that still your sentence will still make sense, then use that word. But it's about understanding. And the minute you understand something, you speak about it. You're not going to rely so much even on that cue card that you have. But I think you all did well. Some spoke louder than others. I don't fix my ears. But I do think maybe project, I think it's nerves. But the presentation is leaps and bounds better. Really, it's generally much better than the first time we heard you guys. Yeah, I'm referring back to what you were discussing last time. So you're talking about the material. So are you changing the shape of the tool when you say a new tool, or is it just you changing the material used to make the tool? Is that what you say? Because last time you were referring to tools that mimic the burrowing of animals. So you scrap that, you're not creating that tool. It's now just changing the material. Okay. I'm not going to comment on that, so we leave that to the one who knows. The other thing I just want to point out, I doubt you could see what it says after this. Could you? Because I can't. So when you're placing your poster for the panel, it's a bit off-center. So I'm sure Fabian and Estelle could see everything, but that's why I'm forced to ask you, are you changing the material or the tool? Because I can see new and then I'm guessing it's tools, the rest of the heading, but we can't see the pictures. So it would be better if your poster is placed so that all the judges can see the content of your poster.
Okay, so why? Why do you want to make new tools? Why do you want to take a perfectly good tool that's worked for hundreds of years and make it out of a different, like plastic? I'm genuinely asking, because I hate plastic, because I think it's the death of our planet. So now you want to take an eco-friendly, let's take the good old trusty trowel, which archaeologists are very, very anal about. We really like our trowels. You want to take a perfectly good one, you want to replace it with a plastic trowel, I presume, if you're in a wet environment. Is that correct? Why? I get it, I know what it's stuff rusts, especially in the sea. But I will still take my metal trowel over a plastic trowel because if I lose it, at least it's going to biodegrade. So I need you to think about the point. Just changing a material just for the sake of that's your innovations. It's not great. And plastic is not very strong. And there's a certain amount of physics involved in troweling, especially if you go into a very hard layer of like ash and clay. The plastic is going to peel off. It's going to end up in your archaeological deposits, and then you're going to end up with bad residues. So I like the idea of new tools to replace old tools, but you've got to think about what, like the other ones we're going to do in e-trial. So that's something new. So I'm sorry, it sounds harsh, but it really isn't. You could probably get a plastic trowel from China if you Googled on Temu. So you need to think about your innovation a little bit more. You need to contemplate it a little more. Otherwise you present it well. And when you get nervous like that, literally stop, find a safe person in the audience, look at them and breathe deep into your stomach and flood your body with oxygen. As you start to tidal breathe at the top of not tidal breathing at the top of your lungs, and you're depriving your brain of oxygen. And then you panic more. So that's when you just breathe deep.